Finance also moves with the rhythm of global change. Every region, every society, every industry evolves with time. People who succeed in finance pay attention to these shifts. They observe how technology transforms daily life. They observe how new markets rise while older models fade. They observe how human needs keep changing. Crazy inspiration grows when you connect these changes into a clear vision. One of the most powerful forces in finance is innovation. Innovation is not only about creating something completely new. It is also about improving what already exists. It is about taking a simple idea and shaping it into something efficient. Many successful strategies come from small improvements that continue to compound over time. Crazy inspiration does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it arrives through small insights that evolve into big opportunities. Another inspiration in finance comes from understanding cycles. Markets rise and markets fall. Confidence grows and confidence fades. The most prepared people study cycles with patience. They do not panic during declines. They do not become blinded by enthusiasm during rises. They observe both sides with equal clarity. Crazy inspiration sees cycles as natural. It uses cycles as opportunities to position wisely and grow steadily. Wisdom in finance also comes from understanding the value of relationships. People often think finance is only numbers. In truth, finance is also trust. Strong networks create access to knowledge. Strong networks bring new ideas. Strong networks support growth during pressure. Crazy inspiration respects the value of connection. A single conversation can bring new direction. A single mentor can change a lifetime. Self-control is another foundation of success. In finance, the mind is tested daily. It is tested by market noise. It is tested by short-term temptations. It is tested by the fear of missing out. Crazy inspiration requires strong self-control. Without self-control, ideas become scattered. Plans lose direction. Decisions lose balance. But when self-control is strong, the mind can follow long-term vision without distraction. Another source of inspiration is the power of structure. Structure gives your financial journey a clear roadmap. It teaches you how to plan savings, how to build investments, how to control spending, how to evaluate risk. Structure does not limit inspiration. Structure strengthens it. When the base is solid, you can think more freely. You can explore new strategies without fear of collapse. Detail thinking plays an important role in finance. Many people only see big results. They do not see the steps that create those results. Crazy inspiration looks at the small details behind every outcome. It studies the hidden costs. It studies the timing. It studies the unseen influences. Through detail thinking, you gain clarity that others overlook. Clarity becomes your strength in decision-making. Finance also teaches the importance of honesty. Honesty builds stability. Honesty protects reputation. Honesty builds a strong foundation that supports long-term growth. People with dishonest methods may rise quickly, but they fall even faster. Crazy inspiration values honesty because it produces results that last. It builds trust that compounds over time. Another motivation in finance comes from the desire to improve quality of life. Money is not the goal. Money is the tool that shapes your life choices. It gives you freedom. It protects you from sudden hardship. It supports your family. It allows you to focus on your purpose. When people understand this, they work with more meaning. Crazy inspiration becomes stronger when connected to the desire to create a better future for yourself and for others. Intuition is another interesting part of finance. Some people ignore intuition. Others trust it blindly. Crazy inspiration uses intuition as a guide, but never as the only guide. Intuition works best when supported by knowledge. It highlights patterns that your mind has learned but has not yet fully processed. Intuition becomes a signal. Knowledge becomes the filter. Together they create accurate judgment. Another important source of inspiration comes from reflection. Reflection is the act of stepping back and reviewing your path. It allows you to learn from decisions. It allows you to correct mistakes. It allows you to sharpen strategies. Many people forget to reflect. They move from one decision to another without understanding what worked and what did not work. Crazy inspiration grows when reflection is practiced regularly. Reflection strengthens clarity. One more element that shapes financial success is environment. The environment you create influences your thinking. A calm space supports deep focus. A clean routine supports mental order. Strong habits build strong results. Crazy inspiration is easier to access when your environment supports concentration rather than distraction. Small improvements in your daily environment can have powerful long-term effects. Finance also rewards those who understand global patterns. Flow of trade, flow of resources, flow of information. When you study how nations interact, how industries shift, how populations grow, you gain a large-scale view of financial movement. Crazy inspiration uses this view to form strategies before trends become mainstream. Another part of finance inspiration comes from reading widely. Books, biographies, history, economics, psychology, human behavior, all of these build financial intelligence. Reading gives you access to thousands of years of human experience. Crazy inspiration grows when your mind is filled with diverse ideas. Every book becomes another source of strength. There is also inspiration in comparing time frames. Short-term thinking creates stress. Long-term thinking creates vision. People who see their financial journey as a long path feel less pressure. They make wiser decisions. They stay calm during uncertainty. Crazy inspiration supports long-term thinking because long-term thinking gives space for creativity and progress. Courage is another essential part of finance. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to act despite fear. Markets challenge confidence. Opportunities do not appear with guarantees. Many strong decisions require courage. Crazy inspiration uses courage to break limits and explore new possibilities. There is also power in gratitude. Gratitude keeps your mind balanced. It removes greed. It reminds you of progress you have already made. It protects you from emotional overreactions. People who practice gratitude think more clearly. Crazy inspiration becomes more stable when the mind feels centered. The journey of finance also includes the ability to recognize value where others see nothing. Some opportunities start small and look unimportant, but with patience they grow. Crazy inspiration opens your eyes to hidden value. It trains your mind to look beyond the surface. People who succeed in finance also understand the power of habits. A single good habit repeated for years becomes a strong engine. A single harmful habit repeated for years becomes a barrier. Crazy inspiration motivates positive habits. It pushes you toward consistency. It removes unnecessary actions and builds strong routines. Another key element is longevity. Financial success is not a moment. It is a lifetime skill. It requires constant sharpening. It requires constant awareness. Crazy inspiration treats finance as a craft. A craft that you refine every year. A craft that becomes part of your identity. Energy management is also important. You cannot make strong decisions if your mind is tired. You cannot think clearly if your life is out of balance. A healthy lifestyle supports financial clarity. Exercise, nutrition, sleep, and mental rest all shape your decision-making. Crazy inspiration respects the body as much as the mind because both work together. One more deep source of inspiration is transformation. People who enter the world of finance often change over time. They think differently. They see differently. They plan differently. They grow through difficulty. They learn discipline. Crazy inspiration celebrates transformation because each stage brings new strength. Humans have an inner desire for stability and improvement. Finance uses this desire to push people toward growth. It teaches responsibility. It teaches awareness. It teaches self-development. Crazy inspiration is simply the fire within this natural desire. As you continue your financial journey, you build a personal philosophy. Your philosophy shapes your relationship with risk, your relationship with money, your relationship with time. Crazy inspiration strengthens this philosophy by giving you a vision that is bigger than present challenges. Finance also shows the importance of accountability. When you take responsibility for your decisions, you gain power. You take control of your future. You remove excuses. Crazy inspiration thrives in an accountable mind. Finally, finance crazy inspiration is a journey of mastery. A journey in which you sharpen skills, deepen knowledge, expand understanding, and rise above limits. It is a journey that turns raw ambition into structured achievement. It is a journey driven by clarity, courage, discipline, and endless curiosity.